Here we go. Here we go.
It's a crowd
Here
warm
we go.
out.
Here we go. We're live. We're live. And we're live. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to welcome you all. Thank you, studio audience, for being here for episode 124 of. Okay. There's a major difference between the studio audience and the peanut gallery. Okay, there's a very clear distinction, and you're breaking the fourth wall, and it's making me sad. And Dave is still blonde.
Dave's blonde.
Nothing like getting a penis handed to you in order to open the beer. Okay, so This is the Crafty Boys. We drink beer and talk stuff, and then we drink more beer. So Dave,
let's open it.
Who actually picked the beer this week?
That would be Alan.
I know, that's why I asked you.
Mr. Teacher, Mr. Teacher, I got the answer.
Mr. Carter. So, how's it going, man? I really hope that you got the answer to the question.
Yes, I picked the beer.
Okay, well, why did you pick
was
this
me.
beer? Why? All
right, well, I picked the special release of the Vancouver Island Brewing barrel-aged Hermannator Ice Bock. I'll show it up there.
Hermannator Ice Bock.
So now Hermannator is by itself a seasonal that comes out once a year. It's available for something like 3 months or whatever. And we've done the Hermannator before, and it's really good beer. It's like the original seasonal beer here on Vancouver Island, and maybe for all of BC. I don't know. It is the first one that ever existed. And so for their 30th anniversary, which is this year, they have put out an even more special release of the Hermannator, where it is barrel aged in red wine barrels. So
nice.
I'm kind of interested to see how that's going to play out with the flavors.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think it's a good idea, and I'm ready.
I think it's going to taste like
penis.
Yes. Okay.
Smells good.
You've already opened yours, Dave?
Dave doesn't listen to a damn thing we do. He's off the show. I'm sorry. You're gone. You're gone. You could be replaced.
You know, this reminds me of the part where in Star Trek II, where the Klingons have obtained the plans, or Star Trek 3, where the Klingons have obtained the plans for the Genesis device, and the female Klingon is on the ship that provided to him, and goes and finds out that she's seen them and ends up killing her because of it. I feel like that's Dave. I think we need to sort of open fire on Dave.
You serve the Empire well, Dave.
You're blurry, Shane. Focus.
Focus down front. So, camera, you are just not making friends today. So basically, Dave, Alan, we've had this beer before many, many times, and the beer is a beer that has been around for 20 years.
Oh, at least. No, more than that.
30 years.
No, maybe not that long.
I can't remember. Well, I did just read this recently about, the 30th anniversary.
Oh, yeah, it's the 30th anniversary.
It's right on the bottle. No, I really like beer so much that it's killed my entire brain. So I can smell this.
Okay.
Peanut gallery.
I'm going to pour.
All right, pour
There's
away.
my pour.
I would just like to say that you got to be sitting down for this one,
Peanut gallery.
because it'll smack you upside your tonsils.
Yeah, I will point out that this is a 9.5%
Goodbye, peanut gallery.
volume beer. It's not for the faint of heart.
Well,
it's a party in a bottle. It's a party in a bottle.
Well, I'm okay with this one because I don't have tonsils. So that's what happens when you get tonsillitis too much and you're 4 years old. The 70s, they just take them out.
Oh, wow. there is a distinct flavor of the wine.
Yes,
the
the
wine
wine. The
barrels.
wine is here. The wine is
It totally
available.
is. I mean, it is so strong to me. It's funny. It almost takes away some of the bite from the actual flavor of the beer. I know what a Hermannator tastes like. I wouldn't say that it's bitter at all. But it's a very strong flavor, and this kind of takes away some of that flavor and replaces it with like a very strong red wine kind of flavor that I'm getting combined with the Hermannator flavors, and that's an interesting combination.
Our original brewmaster Hermann Hoerterer designed the Hermannator as a seasonal gift to friends and family in 1987. It soon became our flagship brew, the most anticipated beer of the year. 2017 marks the 30th anniversary of the Hermannator. To celebrate, we have aged the Hermannator in red wine barrels, leaving it with beautiful notes of red wine, sherry, and plum that will only get better with time, which means we have to actually get more of these before they're gone. I could only find it in one place in town. It was $170 per bottle. No, I'm kidding. They only had like 30 of them, so I went immediately to go and get them. I'm impressed. And it's, by the way, it's almost 10% alcohol. So
this is really good. I would say that this is probably the best beer that I have had this year.
Some pretty high praise for a beer that you haven't finished yet. What if we get to the end and we find out that it's laced with arsenic?
In the boardroom at Vancouver Island Brewery, they're like, "Okay, so what were some of the good things we did?" Well, we put it in the wine barrels, and people really seem to like that. Yes, and anything else that's good. Oh yeah, we made it as a limited release so that people would buy it. Oh, great. Now, what's something that we could do better? Well, we learned the hard way that you don't want to put arsenic in beer.
It was Jerry's idea. Jerry has since been fired. We don't have Jerry on staff anymore, so that's okay. That's a plus. It's unfortunate that he's evil. So we've made sure that he is never to return. And by the way, we have put signs up with his photograph around the brewery. So if we do see him, he will be tased on site. I believe that covers all the liability, considering there have been at least 372 deaths. But they can't really connect.
Beer good, arsenic bad.
Beer good, arsenic bad. Beer Oh my god, I've gone into Ludo mode. Smell bad. It's okay, Ludo. Beer bad, don't drink, princess, or whatever the hell her name was.
Okay, what are you doing? What is that?
Okay,
voice?
I show up today. This jerkweed doesn't know who Ricardo Montalban is, and now your brain is failing. You don't even know the movie The Dark Crystal.
Oh, I saw The Dark Crystal once when I was like 8.
It's actually The Labyrinth. My entire lecture completely blow it out of the water due to a slip of the brain, mainly because and in my mild defense, those two films are always sold together for some reason. I don't really know why, but there you go.
Yeah, okay. I always get them confused too. I only remember Labyrinth because it has David Bowie. It does have David Bowie in it, right?
Yes, David Bowie is in it.
Yeah. All right.
But screw you for not knowing Ricardo Montalban, Dave.
Yeah, Dave.
I knew I recognized it. It just couldn't.
I knew I recognized it.
Dave,
by Dave.
Do you at least like the beer?
You better like the beer. You better.
Yeah. We haven't heard your comments.
It's okay.
Needs more arsenic.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's why I was being quiet.
Is this a little bit too strong for you?
No, actually, this is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It's not what I expected. Actually,
No,
it's
what
not
were you
I
expecting?
at all? Well, the wine isn't what I was expecting. That's what it is. The real strong, like it's like a really mellow red
Yes.
in a way. It's almost as if the wine and the beer took the edge off each other.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing mellow.
It's like a match made in heaven, isn't it? This
It
is
is.
okay.
Made in heaven.
When I was a
red,
kid,
very dark
I went to a
heaven.
wedding, and they were serving wine at the tables. I was like 12 or something, and I asked my dad if I could have some of the wine. It was red wine, and it looked like grape juice. So I was thinking, oh, okay, so it's gonna taste, maybe like grape juice or something. I knew it was made out of grapes. So he said I could try some, and I had some, and it didn't taste like grape juice at all. And I really, really disliked the taste, actually. This is kind of what I wish it had tasted like, because this is really good.
I wish the beer tasted more like wine.
I bet you even at the time you would have been like, oh my God, what is this?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. We'll see.
Well,
so I think we've decided the Hermannator barrel-aged Ice Bock, limited release from Vancouver Island Brewery. Emphatic thumbs up.
Our asses.
I mean, okay, let's say this on this program. We very rarely give anything a thumbs down. I mean, even like the worst rot gut, we're still saying, yeah, it's beer, it's good. But this here, I mean,
that's our justification for everything. Is it beer? Yeah, pass. Pass it.
This
we love it.
Gets like out of like on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a 737.
That's pretty high praise. 737.
Yeah,
wow.
I mean, it's not quite an 800, but 737, pretty good.
Wow.
Out of 10.
Okay. I can get behind that.
Yeah.
So basically, Dave, you are the hardest audience of the bunch of us, and even you are quite impressed, which I gotta say is
I am.
Even though that we could rip beers apart or we could talk crap about whatever, which we do once in a while. I'm looking at you, Swamp Ape. But essentially, I mean, really, you're the one that needs to be impressed the most.
Dave is our Simon Cowell.
That's right. Dave, you have now been promoted to Simon Cowell level.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So
Shane's Paula Abdul.
I'll pass. I'll pass.
Because
thanks.
1 step forward, 2 steps back. That's my jam.
Yeah.
Who are you in that group? I'm actually
I guess I'm the Randy Jackson guy.
Who's is that the
black dude?
The black dude? Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't think he was on the show anymore. I thought they had like replaced
No, he's not. Neither is Simon Cowell, but
all right then.
whatever.
Is that show even on anymore?
I don't think so.
What is it called?
The Voice.
No, it was American something.
America's Most Wanted?
America's
no,
Best-
America's Most Wanted.
American Bandstand or
America's Best Vocal Idol.
American Bandstand with Zombie Dick Clark. I liked Dick Clark. He wasn't a perfect man, but you know what? No one is. And he was one of those guys that was made fun of in a very nice way, because no matter how old he got, he always seemed to maintain an air of youth. And I'll never forget that Far Side comic where it's like Dick Clark is like on a talk show or something, and the caption is something like, you know, all the hosts could do was look on as Dick Clark aged 200 years in front of their eyes or something, and it was like, you know, a half a skeleton kind of, you know, falling apart in front of them, something like that. It was kind of amusing. I never forgot it. But I gotta say that Dave, you're our Dick Clark.
I'll take that over Simon Cowell.
Now Simon Cowell, he's the British guy who's a jerk, right? Is that?
Yes.
He's the one who has the reputation of being just a jackass.
He's a jerk who's British.
He's a jerk. Does that describe the
jerk.
entire male British population? Says the Canadian. Was Randy Jackson a jerk?
No.
And Paul Abdul, I would say not a jerk, I guess.
No.
But who is the... There's somebody I'm forgetting. Like somebody else who's on that show that was famous.
Well, I mean, Paul Abdul left at one point, and somebody else.
Yeah, okay.
It was always just the three.
You know,
I mean, I never really watched the show religiously.
I was going to say that we're not the audience for that particular kind of show.
No, we are absolutely not.
Although I will point out, Dave said The Voice. Now, why is that, Dave?
Why did I say The Voice?
Why did you say The Voice?
I know the name of the show. That's it.
You are a liar, sir. A liar. Who played Khan?
God damn it. Busted. I watch
Khan,
it
Dave?
faithfully every week.
That's right. That's right.
That would be Benedict Cumberbatch.
That's true. I suspect that sorry, wait a minute. Sorry, I'm backing up. Who played Khan? Okay. Cumberbatch, yes. Now you're just screwing with me. But you know, there must be a form of torture that we can invent to strip people of their nerd cred. I'm thinking. I think that we should invent something, because that would be that's a commodity people would just eat up. I mean, you're going to be able to, you know, make people uncomfortable in public or something. Wait a minute, that happens with geek cred. Ah, damn it. Nope, geeks shall inherit the earth.
So Shane,
to watch a football game?
Yeah.
You called me on Saturday.
I did. This is very true.
Okay, and so tell everybody what we're going to be doing on Friday.
Well,
December
my father called me up out of the blue on Saturday and said, "Hey, what are you doing on December 1st?" And I said, "I don't know, working, I guess." And he said, "No, you're not." And I said, "Okay, what can I do?" And he said, "You are coming to Victoria in order to take part in the Victoria Craft Beer Festival?
Christmas Craft Beer Show."
That's the name I should have thought of at the beginning. So, yeah, so tickets have been purchased. I received mine yesterday. Yeah, so we are going. And I do believe that Alan is also going.
I am. I bought my ticket tonight.
It starts at 4 o'clock on Friday.
5 o'clock.
Goes until 9,
9
and
o'clock.
it is taking place at the Memorial. Oh my God, the Memorial! I just about said it again. What is in this beer?
Goodness.
The
it's Save On Foods Memorial Center.
That's that one, and yeah. So Dave's coming as well.
Fucking A.
I picture Dave not like ever leaving his home and ever again.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is the big news of the week, and I'm kind of excited because we tried to go last year, but we just completely bailed on the whole idea. So what are we going to expect from this particular thing?
Now, I was thinking about this though. We're also supposed to be doing the Advent calendar, and our first episode of that would be December 1st.
That's a good
I
point.
mean, we're not going to do both.
Why not?
'Cause
So we're not going to have a beer before we go to the beer place?
well, the thing is, I have to work before, so I'm going straight there from work.
Are you
See what I'm getting at?
walking, taking the bus, driving? What?
I'll probably take the bus from work.
Okay, so that means
I'll meet you guys
I can
there.
meet you at your work. We could take the bus in, record the entire thing on the bus, drinking beer in public.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody be okay with that.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't see a problem with it at all.
No. Speaking of the Advent calendar, have you picked yours up yet?
I have not. I was going to yesterday, but I completely forgot. I saw the thing. I'm like, yeah, I got the barrel aged, and then I forgot. Actually, that's not true. The place I went, it was $20 more than the BC liquor store, and I'm like,
What?
Screw that. Yeah, it was weird. Take that, Brewery Creek, trying to scam us.
Out of
poor
curiosity,
beer drinkers.
how much did you pay for the Hermannator?
Hang on, I'll tell you.
All right, we're hanging on. Everybody, please stand by.
Let me
Shane
put my
is
earbuds
looking
on
up
again.
the information, and here he is.
In this
He's
bag, I have the receipt. What did I buy?
milk, eggs, bread.
And a stick of butter.
A stick of butter.
After tax, I paid $14.
Oh, wow.
It is cheaper at other places, but they don't.
What
have
was it before
so,
tax?
Is that the only thing I bought? I don't think I bought anything else. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just bought that thing. I don't know. It was what, 11 something?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I paid $10.99 for mine before tax.
Yeah, well, I had to go to the Brewery Creek place that I go to normally. If I can't get something at the BC liquor store, I go to this one, and then I go to Legacy after that. Legacy doesn't have the barrel aged; they have the other one. And the barrel aged, if they got it in, was going to be, I think, a couple bucks less than what I paid. So, what did you pay, Dave?
Same as Alan.
So
Sounds like you found it at
you
Cascadia,
guys-
yeah.
Yeah, probably. Too bad there's not a Cascadia in town, Cascadia. But the thing that I actually want to talk about this today is an article that came out today, which I thought was hilarious.
What? Articles today?
Yeah, that's right. I'm putting the article in the chat right now. This is an article that I read a couple hours ago. This is why beer, wine. This is which is what we're having today. Why beer, wine, and liquor may trigger different emotions. And I thought, Dave, you'd kind of like this one because essentially you need to drink wine if you want to remain sane. If you drink hard liquor, you become an aggressive jerk. Red wine if you want to chill. The beer looked at basically this is a bunch of people around, but this is out of the UK, where they focused on 30,000 people aged 18 to 34 of all kinds of interest at some point over the last year: beer, red wine, white wine, and liquor and spirits. The researchers were interested in their typical drinking habits to find out who felt energized, relaxed, sexy, and or confident. And of course, on the other end of the spectrum, they wanted to know if people felt tired, aggressive, ill, restless, and tearful. So apparently, 53% of the participants said that red wine made them feel very relaxed. Of course, the beer was a close second, with 50% reporting that beer made them feel relaxed. while 20% felt that they felt more relaxed after drinking it. And hard liquor was the least likely drink that they would have in order to relax. So basically, hard liquor made people jackasses, beer and wine made people feel relaxed. And yeah, so there you go, Dave. Your non-alcoholic radlers are probably safe. Do you feel relaxed or do you feel excited? I preface this with yesterday I had a video chat with Dave and he was caught red-handed drinking a radler with no alcohol in it.
Then it's not a radler. You can't have a radler with no alcohol in it. I mean, radlers have low alcohol, but not no alcohol. Dave, what were you drinking?
Well, there's 0% and there's 2%. And this was
2% is
0%
milk
version.
2% is milk. Okay, make a choice. What are you gonna have? Milk, like a little 5-year-old, or are you gonna have?
So, okay, so what's not milk in your radler brain then?
Are you saying that my brain is rattling? Is that what you're saying? Is this what you're getting at? You didn't even know who Ricardo Montalban was. What a jerk.
You know, I gotta say, Dave, that is not gonna go away easily. That is going to come back to haunt you for a long time.
Come back, it already is.
It started. You anyone listening, you heard it here first. So
this guy blows goats. I have proof.
I'm
curious. What's a so-called real radler?
Well, I mean, radlers are typically between 3 and 3.5%. Taste fruity. Not much of a buzz on them. That's a radler.
That's a radler? Yeah, I can see that.
That's a radler.
So what is the definition of the radler for you, Dave? Because I really want to get to the heart of whether you feel relaxed or if you feel as though you are wanting to kill the human race after consuming one.
Okay, so I have to put myself back 26 hours or so.
Okay.
And feel those sensations.
Yeah, keep going.
So
feel the sensations, Dave.
So what was going on? I would say there was perhaps some mild rage.
You went on a radler bender.
Okay, well, now that we know that Dave's a rage maniac, I'm going to move on to the next article that I have for you guys today.
All right.
This one is entitled, "Forget TVs and Xboxes, These Black Friday Shoppers Camp Out for Beer." So apparently in Chicago, there is a company called the Binny's Beverage Depot. And right now, as of this very moment in time, there are people camped out in front of the liquor store waiting for the Black Friday sale on Friday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time.
So they're like skipping Thanksgiving.
It's Thanksgiving in the States as of Thanksgiving tomorrow, actually. Adam Callens of Chicago is waiting outside right now as we speak, waiting for the Goose Island Beer Company's Bourbon County brand stout. It opens at 9 a.m. on Friday. And he is quoted to have said, "I have never been one to go to Target or Best Buy to get a TV, but I'm willing to sit outside in the rain and snow to wait for a beer." I got to say, we're dedicated, but he's kind of badass. There are photos accompanying the article with people that have tents, sleeping bags, the whole 9 yards, trying to stay dry. And here's the thing: beer lovers have come as far as Canada, Florida, California, and Texas. While much of the hype is centered in Chicago, they're lining up, of course, around the country. Chicago-based Goose Island, which was bought by beer giant, InBev, in 2011, has been brewing the bourbon barrel-aged imperial stout since the 1990s. It began releasing the beer on Black Friday in 2010 as a way to celebrate its cult following and to create a sort of beer holiday. Before it was released in waves in different regions as it was packaged. Since then, a slew of other craft breweries around the country have started releasing beers on Black Friday. I can't think of any Canadian breweries that I know of anyway, at least locally, that are releasing beer on Black Friday.
Thank goodness.
Because I don't really think we have we kind of have a Black Friday, but not really. I mean,
I don't have a Black Friday because the internet forces our retailers to have a Black Friday.
Because Black Friday is a Thanksgiving thing in the States, but I think you're right. I think it's pretty much everywhere. I mean, Google Black Friday and you'll find sales on whatever you want. Oh, hey, Dave, here's some real...
Everybody and their dog is having a Black Friday sale in Canada.
Here we go, Dave.
I don't know how I feel about it. Look, you know what? I don't care if retailers in Canada have a sale that coincides with Black Friday and offer like huge deals. That's cool. I'm okay with it. Don't call it Black Friday. Call it something else. Call it something Canadian. You know.
Call it a Friday. No, that's lame.
Maybe call it like Slack Friday.
Slack Friday. Yeah. Okay. Calm Friday. Sleepy Friday.
You know, and the
Foamy Friday.
The spokesperson for it can be like the Principal Strickland from Back to the Future.
Eat lead, slackers! Hey, Strickland! The coolest story that I found, though, which was published this morning, is I put the link in the chat for you boys. Budweiser is vowing to be the first beer on Mars. And next month, in December, they are sending weed. They're sending barley into space.
Mm-hmm.
So, like it or not, humanity won't be able to live on Earth forever if we don't wipe it out wipe out our own species before that time comes. We'll need to shove off and head elsewhere. When that happens, we are going to need a lot of things, and one of those things is beer. Budweiser is totally fine with that. They're working hard to figuring out how to brew beer in space. They'll be sending sending barley into space aboard a cargo supply mission that'll head skyward. It will remain at the International Space Station for a month before coming back to Earth to be analyzed by Budweiser's team of scientists. Now, I don't picture a beer company having scientists. I really don't. It's sort of strange somehow.
Well, a company like as big as Budweiser is going to have a research division, right?
What a cool job that would be. Hey, Biff, come here. Yeah? I need you to do some research in tank 4. Cut to the movie Strange Brew with a big guy in a tank of beer. I have to pee so bad I can taste it. Oh my God, that's a flashback, isn't it? So basically they're sending 20 barley sand seedlings. What is in this beer?
Alcohol, lots of it.
They're sending 20 barley seedlings into space and will be housed in a special cube lab for the duration of their visit into space. The experiment, they hope to shine some light on how zero gravity affects the growth of the plant and what potential pitfalls might be encountered if one would attempt to brew beer in a long-haul mission. Now, I can see the first problem with brewing beer, the period of fermentation when it's fermenting. That, to me, that gets messy on Earth. I can't imagine, I could see a guy taking a bunch of, buckets up with him and fermenting away as they're going, but you're not going to be able to hold on those buckets. They're going to fly off somewhere, and the beer is going to fly off in a different directions. It's going to be a disaster.
Well, not to mention, I mean, when you start the primary fermentation and you get all the blow off with the krausen and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's
what are you going to do with all that? It's going to go into your instrumentation, and it's going to be a mess.
And
crash and burn.
Well, exactly. Especially when you're drunk the whole time. I mean, how the hell are you going to be able to brew beer and fly a spaceship? I mean,
look, this whole thing is a way for Budweiser to get some free publicity. That's all it is.
Screw you, Budweiser.
And maybe this is a way, maybe, for NASA or some other space agency to get some real research done on corporate dollars. So NASA is going up into space to do some sort of a thing with seedlings to see how they react in a zero-G environment. Fine. Let's get Budweiser to pay for it, and we'll say we'll use barley or whatever. I mean,
I don't think you could make a Radler in space, though. Because that would just be lame.
Yes.
Did Dave mute us or something? Can you hear us anymore, Dave? Did
Ricardo,
you just mute us entirely? Why are you staring at your phone, Dave? Yeah, in your face, buddy. Moving on, since Dave is lame and didn't want to fight me on the joke, Justin Trudeau has his own beer that you can get drunk on. The quote here from the MTL blog is, "Take a big old sip of Justin." Justin Trudeau isn't just Canada's beloved by the entire world prime minister. He's also a beer, apparently. A Ukraine-based brewery, Pravda, decided to immortalize Justin Trudeau with a special line of beer dedicated to Canada's prime minister. Aptly named Trudeau, the beer is a Magnum IPA that features a label quintessentially Canadian, by which we mean it has Trudeau wearing colorful socks next to a beaver, an RCMP beaver. Trudeau isn't the only politician to be honored on the beer's label. Apparently, Chrystia Freeland, Minister of Foreign Affairs Canada, is also on the label. She's of Ukrainian descent. Harjit Sajjan, the Minister of National Defense, I completely butchered his last name, is on the other side of Trudeau. And my favorite part is Fidel Castro is at his feet. So there you go. Apparently, the beer is known for sympathy. His sympathy is knowing. Basically, he's Canadian. He's Canada's sex symbol, and that's what Pravda wants you to know. Apparently, they also have brewed beer for Barack Obama and Vladimir Putin. There you go.
So he's in good company.
Woo! He's in good company. I want to know what a Magnum IPA is. I'm kind of curious about this. I don't actually know what that is, so I'm bringing up the interwebs. The interwebs are going to tell me that a Magnum IPA is on about 700 different labels right now, but no one is actually saying what it is. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Magnum hops, of course. What is the Magnum hop? What kind of flavor profile does it have? Exactly what I was thinking. It is a high bit. So it's a bittering one. So it's a bittering hop, and of course, it probably has a mustache on the front of it, like all good hops. Now, the most important article I think today is the Gord Downie tribute beer, because a month ago, we lost Gord Downie. But I also want to mention that we also lost 2 members of the Young family. We lost, of course, Malcolm Young the other day at the age of 64, I think Sunday or Saturday. And their brother, who was not in the band AC/DC, but he was in bands of his own, and a quite popular band called the Easy Beats, I think, back in the 60s. He died last like the 22nd of October, last month. So I gotta say, this beer, although knowing that Angus Young is a teetotaler and doesn't actually drink booze, I will still raise a beer to his brothers because that really sucks.
It does.
Because Malcolm Young was only...
is that we can't get this damn beer.
Yeah, the Gord Downie tribute beer is only in Nova Scotia. It's called Courage for
No, it
Gord.
is coming out west, but it's only coming as far as the Rockies. It's not.
So, Dave, get in your car and drive right now and make up for the fact you didn't know who Ricardo Montalban was.
So Dave will not drive to Victoria to go to Beer Fest, but you expect him to drive to the Rockies to pick up an obscure beer from the Maritimes.
You get in your car and you get the hell over to Calgary right now. So basically, yeah. So this it's Garrison Brewing. It's a brewery out of Halifax. I don't think we can get their product in this area of the world.
They did go to Beer Fest, not this past year, but the year before.
Really? What did we have from them? Do you remember?
They are the ones that did.
Because I don't. That was the sour beer extravaganza of Shane's brain turning off by like 7.
Yes. They were the ones that did all the Star Trek themed beers.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Oh, good Lord. What was it called? Shit. They're like officially licensed and everything. They actually had a license to be able to do that.
Yeah, it was like, the Klingon beer and
the Ricardo Montalban.
I don't remember what it was called.
Oh my God, that's gross. Yeah, so it's only coming to Saskatchewan, Alberta, Manitoba. Maybe the Peanut Gallery's parents in Saskatchewan can find us some and mail it to us.
Nice. Christmas is coming up.
Christmas is showing up. Hey, Allie, I found our Christmas presents. The Gord Downie tribute beer. Apparently, it's in Saskatchewan, or it's making its way there, but it's not coming here because I don't know, mountains. In this day and age, I gotta say, the mountains are nothing.
Airplanes.
Exactly, the mountains are nothing. We've blown through them. We've driven around them. We've driven over them. We've flown over them. How
could we
Garrison
get
Brewing
drones to deliver it for us? Huh?
Garrison Brewing, would you hurry up and get a delivery to the North Pole so Santa can bring me some? Just saying. Get your shit together. God.
Drone delivery.
Drone delivery. Yeah, that'll work. I don't know, man. I'm not down with the drones. Especially since last month, a few weeks ago, a drone bounced off a plane near the Vancouver airport. It was 300 meters up, and it smashed into a plane.
That person is going to get their ass kicked.
I certainly hope so, because apparently they've had a lot of near misses now, and I gotta say, I don't want this to happen. But I think it might. It sounds like there's a very good chance of it coming because people are fucking morons. Did I say that out loud? Was I angry about drones? Yes, I was. So they are going to, it's going to get sucked into the engine of a plane, and a plane is going to crash and kill a lot of people. Because I honestly think the people that have drones like that fly them up that high near airports, shouldn't be flying them that high anyway, but definitely not near an airport, because you're not supposed to fly a drone within 5 kilometers of an airport or something.
Yep.
I really think that's a crime, that because you're that stupid, you should get thrown in jail, lock the door, and then forget how to open it. Like I don't know. I have I don't tolerate the drone thing at all. And I really think that they should be just thrown in a pit and buried before they die.
All right. You feel very strongly.
You see, I'm drinking beer and I'm becoming agitated and angry.
I'm out of beer.
I don't understand this. Why? Because I have
Because
another.
I drank it all.
I have a story for you that you're going to really like.
Okay.
So apparently, CrossFit, the exercise program thing, is doing a class that includes beer with your burpees. So apparently, free classes for CrossFit and craft beer. So basically, you want to drink beer and have a great workout at the same time. Apparently, this is a thing.
I call shenanigans on the great workout part. If you're involving beer, listen,
All beer must be 10% or less. Or
I
more.
do quite a bit of running, and sometimes when I'm out running, there's this one part I go on a trail on one part, and there's these CrossFit people, and they're pretty hardcore. They put on these vests with like these huge weights in them, and they run with these things. Okay, these are people who are getting like a superior workout. I do not picture these people picking up a beer and drinking a beer while they're doing this.
We could replace the weights with beer pouches.
I suppose.
I've got to say that the it's not a bad.
Would I go to a CrossFit class if there was beer? Probably. Would I be getting a great workout? Probably not. I'd probably be going there to drink the beer and maybe kind of meet some hot chicks. And that's about it.
I could see that. I could probably see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, I also saw this because somebody I know I was hanging out with on the weekend had this T-shirt. I commented, "Oh my god, that's the most amazing T-shirt ever!" And they're like, "Oh yeah, some friend of mine gave it to me." And I'm like, "You don't even appreciate it." It's called Biff Has the Phone Box. It is an illustration of Biff Tannen going into the TARDIS. So, Christmas gifts, please. Which reminds me, I'm going to send this to my sister right now. So basically, this entire week we've had a whole lot of really decent beer news. Considering it's Christmas coming up, and we have a beer festival next week. Life is good. I can't complain, but again, it kind of sucks. Yeah, I'm sad about the whole Malcolm Young thing. It's not great because it really means that AC/DC is finished, that they are done. They are all going to just let it quietly fade away.
I thought they'd replace him.
They did with his kid, his son, who is 50 or something, or no, can't be 50. How? No, his nephew, not his son, his nephew or something. Somebody's kid. I don't know. He's related. But yeah, no, he played at the tour a couple years ago. So yeah, I don't know. It kind of makes me sad because it just kind of points out that eventually everything will end in terms of a group. Like somebody will die, somebody will decide to retire for whatever reason. But yeah, you kind of it's AC/DC has been a constant my entire life. So
the lesson of this episode, the moral,
is don't die.
If I could, is that everybody's going to die, so you may as well drink beer.
That's the title of episode 124. Everyone's going to die. You might as well drink beer. Anything else, boys?
Try that gourd beer. That's my thing. I want to try that gourd.
I'm excited for that one. I just mainly because I'd like to
Let's see if we can get it by mail order.
All right, I'm looking it up right now. Gourd Bounty beer. All right, let's see. So Courage from Boxing Rock. Oh, it's actually a collaboration with Boxing Rock Brewery Co., which is another brewery that I haven't heard of. which has a really cool logo with like a dude with a thing and a glass on his head. The dude as in an octopus. Beer. So the Gord Downey beer is going to be where? Tell me more. For more information, contact the marketing director. I don't want to. I want to buy the damn thing. All right, beer.
Just
Here we
get
go.
Allie's parents to send you
I'm
a
in
few
their
bottles.
shop. I'm in their shop. Hang on. Settle down. I'm in the shop now. Swag. I want the keg. Oh, they're only selling kegs? Damn. How much would it cost to ship a keg?
A lot.
I just hear from the peanut gallery. No. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong website. I'm not on Garrison's website. Garrison Brewing. Garrison Brewing Company. Going to their online store. Here we go. Oh, okay. No, wait. They're just telling me there's okay. Tell me. Okay. All right. Store. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go. It's loading really slowly. Get a real website, people. I'm hitting the back button. Whoa. Okay, I'm sorry. If your website takes that long to load, suck it. Whoa, geez, don't drop the glass.
We've lost all of our audience members.
Probably. So anyway, I got nothing else, boys. What else you got?
No, I'm good.
Nothing? You're done.
Yeah,
The beer is great. We're
Yes.
feeling good now.
Beauty. The beer is beauty.
The beer is beauty.
In fact, I would say that Vancouver Island Brewery needs to make this
All
a
year
regular
long?
thing. It's not like a year-round thing, but like they need to do this again because it's that good.
It is
that
really
good.
that good.
Yep,
I agree.
totally.
Well, thank you for everyone supporting our podcast. And Alan, all I can really say to you, sir, is take us out.